Back. The hectic holiday season is here, and many of us will be traveling to see friends and family, and those long flights and no sleep can put us at risk for feeling run down, even sick. But there are some ways to avoid this. Tonight, we are joined by a registered nurse, Brynn Ahrens from Hydrate IV Therapy. She has some tips on how to stay healthy and feel great during holiday travels. Brynn, thank you so much for joining us, especially right in the midst of these holidays.
Yes, thank you.
Why do our bodies need to be properly hydrated? It sounds like an obvious question, but what happens if they're not also?
So dehydration is huge. It comes with a lot of horrible symptoms. Chronic fatigue, keeping the body hydrated is huge. Muscle tenderness, weakness, dry mouth, dry eyes, all these things can come from and be cumulative effects of dehydration. The reason we need to keep our body hydrated is because over 50% of our body is made of water. Now, also with that, what we're drinking and taking in orally, we're only getting 20 to maybe 50% of what we take in. So if I give you 5 liters of water, you're going to say, wow, that looks like a lot of water that I need to get in. That's about what we're supposed to be getting in, and that's about 1 liter of our IV fluid. So the absorption is how we get it. So if we're drinking, it's very, very helpful, but if it's not going on the cellular level because the acid in our body is kind of working against us. So we're getting, like I said, maybe 20, maybe 50% of what we're taking in.
So hitting that goal number of how many liters or gallons even you drink is that important. And when we're traveling in the holiday season, oftentimes we're up in the air, and there's something specific about hydration when it comes to being in an airplane.
Absolutely. The most dehydrating place in the world is up in the sky. If you think of an airplane, it's like a giant vacuum, and it sucks out all the air, or all the fluid and water out of the air, and it's like a dehumidifier. So it's going to take all that fluid out, and it's going to, I mean, I notice it, if you do too, like my rings are tighter, my shoes feel tighter, socks, all that stuff. Everything just feels tighter. So we're dealing with then dehydration. The other thing that's kind of tough about traveling on an airplane is all that recycled air. I'm breathing in, you're breathe out.
Yes.
You think about that. So we're able to give our patients like super high doses of vitamin C, and that will actually take and boost the body's immune system. All those great antioxidants are going to kind of rid the body of all those free radicals that we're taking in, and boost our immune system to fight harder, to fight off the cold before we even get it in our body.
So we talked about hydration. We even talked about specific vitamins within the hydration. What else can people be doing so that they're not getting sick right around the holidays?
Yeah, most importantly, I like to tell people pay close attention to what you're putting in your body, eating and drinking. As much as you can, drink fluids, and I know holiday season we tend to maybe overindulge.
I had some cookies in the newsroom a second ago, which probably wasn't the greatest idea.
I just did. We just came from my family's, and I'm super full. So overindulging is a big deal, whether it's food, alcohol, anything we're doing. Trying to flush the body with drinking water is really, really important. If you find yourself unable to do that on your own, those 5 liters, or realistically, we should be drinking about half of our body weight in ounces. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you should be drinking 50 ounces of water. And if you think of 1 can of pop is 12 ounces, that's a lot of fluid, a lot of water we should be drinking. So if you can't get it in, Hydrate IV Therapy comes out and we get it 20 to 30 minutes, and we give you, kind of get you back to where you are.
And it's not just for simple hydration. There are many sort of remedies that getting an IV liquid into the body can help people with. What are those? Yeah,
so we have vitamins, minerals, amino acids, antioxidants, all these wonderful things that we can actually give your body directly on a cellular level. Taking in a vitamin, you're getting about 20 to 50, like I said, 20 to 50% of that is actually going and spilling over into your bloodstream. The rest is just broken down by all the acids that in that GI tract or gastrointestinal tract. We're able to put this right on the cellular level, so your body is getting the benefits from it immediately and for a longer term, and it's staying in, it's kind of going where it needs to go. It's not just for something like traveling. Cold and flu season is among us, so a lot of people right now are calling our company and saying, hey, I just can't get over this cold, or I need a boost, or my kids are sick, I'm afraid I'm going to get sick. That high dose vitamin C is huge. Health and beauty is huge. We treat our athletes, major athletes and weekend warrior athletes. So our Vikings players who just playing right now, we treat them. We get them hydrated with the fluid that they need for recovery from what they do. So a lot of things, a lot of great things we can do through IV hydration.
And it starts with just simply hydrating ourselves. And I think a lot of the big lesson here is, although it's the holiday season, we're thinking of others. Let's not forget of ourselves.
Absolutely.
Keeping ourselves
just how can
healthy.
you take care of others if you can't take care of yourself
Precisely.
first? Yep.
All righty. Thank you so much for being here, Brynn.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate learning this information for all of our viewers, too.